Alright guys, thank you for tapping in today's video. This is not your normal Italian styling type of video, but I do have some information for you guys that I think is very, very helpful to every single GT500 out there, 2020 and up. And the reason I figured I'd make this is because we kind of figured this out and we kind of was like testing both cars and actually saw it and was like, holy shit, like those parts are a waste of money. No one should be buying them. If you really, really want them, be my guest and get them. And you guys might be wondering, Jake, what parts are you talking about? We're going to talk about that in a second. But the little backstory, you guys know Zeus GT500. It is a Joker ported blower car. It's VMP sponsored. I have all the VMP goodies, the race intercooler, the lid. Actually, I have my stock supercharger lid literally sitting right up here. For triple pump fuel system, like I have everything necessary to make over 1,000 horsepower. My car made 1,026 the rear wheels, and my uncle's car, which is the exact same build, identical build without headers. He has the stock exhaust manifolds. I have 2-inch Cook's headers, and the previous owner put them. When I got the car, I had the headers, had intake, had all the exhaust work and stuff done, but I wanted to do 1,000 horsepower. That was what I wanted to attain, and GT500s are pretty comfortable at 1,000 horsepower because anything over 1,100, you start really leaning on your clutches of the transmission. So it all depends what you guys really want to build. If you guys are trying to shoot for 1,000 plus, like 1,100 and up, I would just say skip the supercharger route, go twin turbo, exit out of this video, block this YouTube channel, and just forget I ever existed. But besides the point, I'm joking. Yeah, you do not, if you want over 1,100 horsepower, you're going to need to go twin turbo with the GT500. You can get it with the Whipple, but I just say twin turbo is a lot easier. It's a lot less strain on the crank, just a lot less strain on everything. Twin turbo is just so much easier, free power, right back into the motor and making some absolute steam with it. But for my GT500 guys that want to stay with the stock supercharger, which you could save a lot of money, I did the math. I think I saved, instead of doing the Whipple route, it was like $3,500 by doing the ported blower, all VMP stuff, and the whole shebang, which, like I said, my car made 1,026, and my uncle's car made 1,032. I'm going to turn you guys around, pop you up on the big screen, and show you guys the graph of apples to apples and explain everything to you guys. But maybe this can help you save $3,000 to $5,000, because if you order headers, you're going to need to order the green cats to go along with it because they don't sell them separate anymore. And yeah, because the EPA, got some in my eye, just had to itch that real quick. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So I figured get on here, save you guys some money. Let me turn you guys over to the big screen, and yeah, you guys can be the judge. So I got you guys propped up right now to check out the dyno, and let me get you guys all situated, looking good. Make sure you guys can see that perfect. All right, mine is the blue, and my uncle's is the red, as you guys can see. Take a look at the graph, SAE smoothing 5. It's all 100% legit. So look at the power. We'll start off right at the numbers at the top and work our way down. You can see a little bit of the difference, pros and cons. Feel free to look yourself, but I want to show you guys. My car made 1,026, and his car made 1,032. Take a look at the numbers right here. You can see his power came on pretty good, a little more than mine, around from like, I want to say, where's that, 3,500 RPMs all the way to 4,000. There's definitely a spike right there in his horsepower. You can see he jumped ahead of me just a little bit, but overall for the end, he did crank out a little more, 1,032. 1,026 versus that. And then overall in torque, yeah, I mean, he got me a little bit everywhere. I did make one more pound-feet of torque, but in real honestly, guys, is it worth it? You're going to be spending $3,000 to $5,000 with headers, roughly, depends if you install them yourself or with not. And like I said, if you have to buy the cats, and yeah, I mean, take a look at the data right here, 1,026, 1,032, and 767 torque, 766 horsepower, which is kind of crazy to see apples to apples at a car with headers is actually making less power than a car with the stock exhaust manifolds. So I want to show you guys this, give you guys a little comparison. You guys can see it for yourself to believe it. I have the dyno runs. I have everything. I mean, we own both cars. My uncle owns this car. We're going to race them. We're going to see actually which one will win from like a 50 or 60 roll, an apples to apples comparison. And we're going to show that to you guys also too. But I want to show you guys this. I thought it was crazy. My car's got 2-inch headers and his has nothing. His literally, I think his car has like a resonator delete and an X-pipe or something like that. I don't know exactly. I can't remember off the top of my head, but our exhaust setups are the only things that are really different. And you can see right there, headers did absolutely nothing for the GT500. So if you guys are watching, I mean, you don't want to waste the money. I'm sure a lot of people have already put headers on their GT500. I know a lot of people that personally, I know a lot of people that have, but here you go right here. Do not put headers on your GT500. You could probably remove those things that are in the back. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you guys can do that, and I'm sure you'll pick up some more power. You obviously definitely will. And yeah, take a look for yourself. You guys see it to believe it. All right, so we're on the next graph right now. I cut out the owner's name because I didn't want any information like that to be shown, just so you guys know why I cropped it like this. This is my car. I am the red on this graph, and the other owner is the blue. So take a wild guess what we were comparing right here. Mind you, this is around the same exact boost levels we are running. I think his was 22 and mine was like 22.5 pounds of boost. They were relatively right there. These are like identical matching numbers, like pulleys, everything. Like we were trying to make this as dead on comparison as we can, boost related wise, but one has a Whipple here and one has the stock supercharger. So this is what you guys can see what I'm saying. Obviously the Whipple is better than the stock supercharger. Made 1100 to the rear wheels, mine made 1026, and then the torque was 818 for the Whipple GT500 and mine was 767. But like I was saying, it all depends what you guys really want to do with it. Is it worth an extra $3,000 to $4,000 to go with the Whipple for an extra 75 horsepower? In my case, I would say no. And even for the torque, what are you gaining? An extra 50 pound-feet of torque, 60 pound-feet of torque, roughly. More like 52, 3 and some change, whatever the case may be. But these are apples to apples comparison. I wanted to show you guys this because I don't want you guys to waste any money, because I would hopefully want someone to do this and show the exact same to me. I like to show you guys this type of information because one, I don't benefit anything out of this video besides maybe helping you guys. Two, it's not like I'm really making money off showing any of this stuff. This is honestly to help all the Shelby GT500 owners out there to make a good decision on what they want. So like I said, if you're getting a Whipple, if you want to go Whipple, you're right around 1100 to the wheels. Like I said, you're going to be pushing your stock clutches in that transmission for the GT500. So would you really want 1100 and then start beating on the car and then have to worry about the clutches? Or just stay with your stock supercharger, get it ported, and then maybe you can get one of these. Well, actually, if you do port your stock supercharger, you're gonna have your factory lid, which is pretty cool desk piece. And because I went with the VMP lid, which is awesome. And if you guys want to see something crazy, if you ever light one of these on fire, so I lit mine on fire, I poured a whole bunch of gas on it, lit it on fire just to see, because this is like a crazy type of metal. This metal, like you guys know what GT500, do you put your hand on the supercharger, it is cooking. Like I am talking, it is smoked. But for some reason, this metal, if you just throw gas or whatever light on fire, it will not get hot. It's pretty crazy. I wish I had a lighter down here. I would actually show you guys, but yeah, this is mine actually off my car. Nice little desk piece. Absolutely chipped the shit out of it. I was super pissed about that. That was from the fire incident, but got a desk piece now. I just thought it was pretty cool because that metal is designed to dissipate heat as fast as possible. And when I was holding a lighter up to it and I put my hand directly on the metal, nothing. Never felt like it was hot. So it's crazy when that blower's on the car, that lid's on the car, and you feel how hot they are. Those things will be hot for at least an hour after sitting. They'll still be warm. I just can't imagine how much heat that thing is actually handling to stay that hot for so long, because like I said, you take a lighter to it, just hold a lighter to it for at least, I don't know, 10 minutes, put your hand right on it, nothing. I tested it. It's kind of crazy. I should film it. I should put it on Instagram, but I wanted to give you guys all this information about the Whipple, the exhaust. It's just a bunch of stuff that I thought was pretty cool. Hopefully this will save you guys some money. Hopefully you guys will make the right decision on what you guys want to build. It all really depends what you want out of your GT500. If you really want a lot of power out of it, but you kind of want to stay the stock look, like I said, you can go VMP. My stock upgraded, or the upgraded lid from VMP, I could literally take this snake off and put it right back on it, and my car will look 100% bone stock. Obviously, besides the filter and stuff like that, you'll obviously notice some small changes if you really know what you're looking at. But I do have, I think, one more graph to show you guys. And I do. All right, so we got the dyno graph up. Take a wild guess which GT500 has headers and which one doesn't. It is not the blue one that made 1100. It is the red one. The red one that made 1074.49 has headers, and then the blue one does not. So as you can see, I guess the Whipple's trying to put a lot more air through there, and for some reason, I don't know why, but it is not getting the power out fast enough, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I really don't know, boys. I wanted to show you guys this because I guess headers are not the moves for GT500s, and I'm telling you this because the shop was like, we figured it out. We have all the stuff if you want to make a video on it, because I think it'd be pretty cool, because they know I have a lot of GT500 guys on here that might want to see this information. I think it's cool. And like I said, I'm not trying to persuade you guys to do anything you don't want to do. I'm not saying don't go buy a Whipple. I'm not saying don't put headers. I'm saying do whatever you want. Like I said, I'm just showing you guys what we found out and my point of view. Not trying to gain any sort of business from this. I'm giving you guys honest information that me and the shop found, which the shop, shout out Revolution Automotive, awesome group of guys and awesome team up there for actually helping me, showing all this stuff. And they're literally helping customers save money. Not many performance shops want to do that. Most shops that I've been to in the past, if I walk in there and say, oh, I want to get headers for my car or whatnot, they're going to take the money, put them on the car, and not even ask another question about it. They're just going to do it because it is money for them in their pocket. This shop, at least they're like, I don't really see the benefit. We're not going to do work we don't have to, even though you can make money on it. That's how honest they are, and that is why I always use them, and I always try to rep them, and I always try to push them business whenever I can, and I have to give them thanks for this video, because without them, I wouldn't have this video. I wouldn't be able to show you guys. So shout out Revolution, and if you guys want to hit them up, DMV area, awesome group of guys. But yeah, here you go right here, GT500 blue one. 1100 horsepower, and you can see the graph right there, how it goes up. The blue one had a nice spike around 6,000 RPMs. It jumped up a decent bit right up there, and then it carried all the way out to 8,000 RPMs, and then it started obviously tapering down. You can see when it starts to taper down like this, when it starts to level out, and then my GT500, when it started doing that, it kind of went a little squiggly on the big end. I guess that was the blower efficiency not being so happy because we were spinning the blower so high, and it did not like that. So here we are with the Whipple, and back to back. Whipple made good torque, 818 torque, 1100 horsepower. But like I said, guys, you're right there pushing your clutches on the transmission, and it all depends how spicy you want to get with your GT500. But if I want anything over 1100, that big 11 horsepower number, I'm going twin turbo with my Shelby. And that's going to be that. But I want to give you guys these numbers, show you guys everything. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, are you going to put headers on your GT500 is the real question. So there it is. You guys saw the data. You guys saw the numbers. Hopefully I explained everything the best. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below. I'm not doing this for any personal gain. Like I said, I see a lot of people put a lot of mixed information out there. I'm not one to sit there and battle with anyone on the internet unless I don't have the data in front of me. And I have the data in front of me now. So there it is. It's as legit it's going to get. And the reason, Revolution, I got to shout out the Revolution again, because they're awesome. And they always tell me what is beneficial for the car. I've been to shops before when I've asked them, should I do this? Should I do that? And they're like, oh, yeah. Put that on the car. That's going to be good. It's going to be good. And it doesn't do shit. That kind of burns people the wrong way. And that was necessarily the question my uncle had. He was getting in the process of building his GT500, and he said, should we order headers for it? Because we could put them on, and then it'll be ready for when the supercharger comes back, the whole nine. They said we should wait. We should see how much your car makes versus Jake's car, and then if it's such a massive horsepower and torque gap, then we will do the headers. Therefore, we have it. Headers are not needed. Uncle John, he saved about $3,000 to $5,000. Let's just say headers, high flow cats, parts, labor. I don't know. It's going to be a couple $1,000s, whatever you're going to spend. But that was the case I'm making. It's beneficial because let's just say if you guys were in that situation, you were putting another like, I don't know, let's just say 10K in your GT500 and you wanted to make that power. And then all of a sudden you do headers, you spend an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, whatever, $5,000, that shop or whatever charges. Then you get no horsepower gain. How pissed are you going to be? I'd be pretty pissed if I paid $3,000, $4,000 for headers and then I put my car back on the dyno and it makes less power. Let's just say I did all that stuff to my car without any of this information knowing, and then I was like, oh shit, I got a good deal on headers. I'm going to buy headers, put them on the car, and it makes the exact same. All the pain, all the work, all the whatever for nothing. Absolutely for nothing. But anyway, I'm not going to drag this video out any much longer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know in the comment section. Hopefully I get to save you guys some money. Any questions? Deuces. I'll catch you later.